Good afternoon, students. I hope all are safe and well in your home. So we can start our class. Our next topic or next lesson we are going to do chapter 4, separation of substances. So last chapter, that means third chapter, we studied about the different objects have different materials. We studied how so many materials are there in the objects. So here we are going to study how we can separate that materials from the substances. Okay, take page number 35. Separation of substances. In our daily life, there are many instances when we notice a substance being separated from a mixture of materials. So, for example, I am telling at morning your mother is preparing tea, no? So, after preparation of tea, what she will do? She will filter the tea. Why she is filtering the tea? So, the tea dust are there. We want to separate the tea dust, no? So, she is filtering that. That filtration process is one of the separation method. So, like that, so many separation methods are there. Okay, so we can see that in your daily life. So, tea leaves are separated from liquid with a strainer while preparing tea. So, grains is separated from stalks while harvesting. Grains, if in your food rice and all, grains are there, how they will harvest? Did you saw in ancient days they will do with some sort of separation. Milk or curd is curd to separate the butter. We can take butter from milk or curd now by kerning. By kerning means turning. That a picture 5.2 you can see. Okay. Then as we learn in chapter 3, we gin cotton to separate its seeds from the fiber. Okay. So in the third chapter, fiber chapter, already you studied that how can we separate the seeds from the cotton or fiber. Okay, how ginning is one method of separation. Perhaps you mightly have eaten salted dahlia or poha. Is it? So if you found that it had chilies in it, you may have carefully taken them out before eating. Not only poha and all, if you are eating any food items, if it is a curry leaves or something that you don't want to wish to eat, means what you will do? You will take it out from there. Then only you will eat. Like chilies, curry leaves, etc. Suppose you have given a basket containing mangoes and guava and asked to separate them. What will you do? You will separate the mango and the guava separately in the separate boxes. Pick out one kind and place them in a separate container, right? You will take one of anyone. If you take somebody will take mango, somebody will take guava. Anyone you will take and separate it in one basket. Seems say easily, but what if the materials we want to separate are much smaller than mangoes or guava? Okay, so here mango guava if I am given means you can separate it easily. Okay, by seeing itself you can separate it easily. So if I am asking you to give some materials smaller than mango and guava, can you able to do? Example, if I am giving sand and sugar, I am mixing sand and sugar and I am given to you. Can you able to pick up each sugar particles from that or sugar? No, it is impossible. So we should choose another method for separating that one. Okay. So imagine you are given a glass of sand with salt mixed in it. Impossible. Even to think of separating salt from this mixture by picking out grains by sand. You see? So this process is impossible. That means small particles we cannot able to separate fastly as the larger particles. Okay. So here activity 1. Column 1, table of 5.1. You can see separating stone from rice. So separation process. Purpose for which we do the separation. What we want to do? We will throw away the impurities from them. You see? So we will throw the impurities from it and harmful components. So like that you should match it. Match the column 2 and 3 respectively with the column 1. So column 1, separate stone from rice. So which second column which is suitable for the first one? To separate two different but useful components. In that one, stone and rice is there. Both are useful components. No. So the first one is wrong. Then second one, to remove non-useful components. To remove impurities or harmful components, which it is there. So second one you can use, to remove non-useful components from the rice. Okay. In third column, what we will do? We throw away the solid components. We throw away the impurities. We use both the components. Which one is correct? We throw away the impurities. Okay. Then second one, churning milk or obtaining butter. Both are useful. Churning milk and obtain butter. So the to separate two different but useful components. Okay, that is the first one, A. Second one, second column, A. Then third column, we use both the components. Both of them are useful. That means buttermilk and the butter. Both are, we have useful things. So we want to, we use both the components. That means third one. Right. Third one, separate tea leaves. How we can separate the tea leaves? To remove non-useful components. From that non-useful components we are separating. So what we can do? We throw away the impurities. Impurities we are throwing out. Okay. So like that we want to match this. So we see that before we use a substance, we need to separate harmful or non-useful substance that may be mixed with it. Okay, so before we are using, what we will do, if there is any impurities or non-useful components, we will separate that from the object, from the things. Sometimes we separate even useful components if we needed to use them separately. Okay, sometimes we are separating the useful components from that. That means milk, butter we are separating from milk. No. So that butter is useful. For the use of that one, we are separating butter from the buttermilk. The substance to be separated may be particles of different sizes or materials. So whatever substance we are separating from other, they are different sizes and they have different properties are there. So last chapter you studied the properties of materials, no? So comparing to that one, the properties of each materials are different from others. These may be in any three states of matter. What are the states of matter? Solid, liquid and gases. So these separating materials may be in solid, may be in liquid, may be in gases. So how do we separate substance mixed together if they have so many different particles? So in this chapter we are going to study how to separate the substances in each particles. Okay, how, whether it is in solid, whether it is in liquid, whether it is in gaseous state. Did you understood, students?